How do I play more positionally? What is positional chess? Where do my tactics and my principles end? Those are all great questions. I came into discovery of this article about a year ago, and it stuck with me pretty hard, and I thought it would help in this video a lot. So, the difference between tactical and positional chess. Both are needed for a strong game, of course, obviously. Dynamic, the direct and immediate approach to the position using the energy of our pieces to obtain or increase our initiative. Beautiful definition there. Or acquire clear long-term advantages by force. And then strategically, the more long-term building up approach to the position. We improve the long-term strength of our position by improving the placement of our pieces, limiting the good moves for the opponent, and engineering favorable changes to the pawn structure. That one is very, very important. It's a great way to capitalize on that idea of positional chess, right? So this is a beautiful article. I suggest you check it out. You'll find it in the description in one way or another. And let's look at some games. I mean, this game looks even, right? This looks pretty drawish right now. It's closed position, and not a lot of stuff happening here. It doesn't look like, right? We'll turn the eval bar on. 0.7. I mean, that's not a whole lot of advantage, right? But white sees something. They take the pawn on f6, and then black takes f4 with their pawn. And then the bishop's just going to go ahead and take the knight, right? Okay, and then takes the bishop, takes the pawn back now, exposing this file. Rook comes down. Rook goes over. Moves the king, unpins the bishop. Probably the time to do that, right? You unpin as soon as possible. Okay, gonna kick the rook out. Moving the rook up. I love that. I love that. Look at that. Look at that. The preparation. Do you see that? The preparation. Moving the rook up here. Okay, moving the queen, getting the queen ready, blocking off squares too, right? Threatening checkmate. Got to move the knight now. Also defends right here. Right here. Knight on the rim is dim though. Now the bishop comes. Bishop's got to back up. Getting defense here. Add another layer. Okay. Now it makes sense why we brought the rook. Now everything comes together why we brought the rook earlier. Gonna come here and it's gonna just throw all of the material at this bishop, right? Rook takes, trying to distract. Not the greatest move. Bringing the queen over. Bringing the rook down. Bringing the queen over. Best moves there in this position. And then takes with the rook. And they resign in this position. They resign in this position. His mate is on the board, ladies and gentlemen. But that is positional chess. That is positional chess. This is crazy. Watch how this happens. Watch how this happens. He just takes the pawn and just rips open the position, right? Brought the rook, unpins the bishop, attacks the rook, brings it out, then lifts his other rook. Gonna bring it over. Align the queen. Good stuff. That's good stuff, guys. That's good stuff. That works too. If you want to, you can go something like that. This works as well, but mate is still on the board, unfortunately. So there we go. If you were to ask me the difference between tactical and positional chess, I would say it's that tactical and principled play fits inside of positional chess. Best move is the best move, right? I mean, that's kind of how I think about it. So the reason we take there and not with the knight is because they're going to take the bishop. We're going to take there. And now our king has been moved, and that's a tempo. And we're also going to have a little bit more of a weakness there, and we'll have to think about how to compensate for that in the future, right? So not the greatest. And this is just a great way to get some tempo, get some initiative on development, right? So here we have the opera game by Paul Morphy and Duke Carl and Count Izuard. This is a very famous game. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you've heard of it. I've done a short on it, and Gotham has done a lot of content on it. A lot of people have done a lot of content on it. But the rook's going to take the knight here, and the rook's going to take and pins. Should have taken with the knight. However, they didn't want to lose their queen, but it would be the best move in this situation nonetheless. So then they bring the rook over. H5 should have come out here, but it's okay. And then they're going to take. Takes with the knight. Beautiful stuff. This is positional chess. This is positional chess. No legal move for the king other than this knight taking our queen. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. That is understanding a position. Understanding that you have to get rid of your roadblock so that you can deliver mate, right? That's what's crazy about chess. Chess doesn't matter what army you have left. It matters that you win. It matters that you checkmate the king. Sometimes you can sacrifice your greatest, most powerful assets to deliver checkmate. I love it. That's positional chess. Understanding what is happening in this position. Limiting your opponent's good moves, right? As we saw. This is forced. Taking with the knight is forced. So they forced checkmate. Paul Morphy forced a checkmate here through positional chess. We're going to play positional chess from a worst position. We have rook to b7. We got to defend that pawn here on b5. Okay, e4 looks very natural. And you know it's tough. It's tough what to do in that position for sure. Do you take? Do you not take? Probably not take yet. Bring the knight. I like that. That's what happened in this game. Now we got to think about what we're going to do with that rook here, right? Just give up the pawn. We have to. Things are getting weak. But we also get some nice progress with our knight. Moves the bishop. Rook comes down, threatening the bishop. Queen now the only thing defending it, right? Now the pawn's going to take from white. Brilliant, brilliant move. Aligning the pieces. Do we see the threat? This bishop takes. It's checkmate. Remember when the rook came down? They gave up their pawn. Made up another pawn. Had a huge, huge threat. That's crazy. That's positional chess. These examples so far have mostly been masters, grandmasters, or a master class in positional chess, but what about a game from the coach himself? In this game, I'm going to play very positionally. This was a blitz game that I had for a video that I'm recording right now. Mop up those pawns that they neglected to protect, and I'm just going to be solid and improve my position. And now I have coaxed them into what I want, essentially, right? Is that hope chess? No, because I'm solid. I'm being very solid as a player, okay? I'm being incredibly solid as a player, and it's tough to see where to come back from there, right? So that's something that could have happened. Unfortunately, I fumbled the bag there, but we'll just fast forward a couple of moves, and we'll see that really there's not a lot to do. Knight b6. But then I think I would probably take the pawn. Maybe go c3. Anything I can do to align myself with that file still. But, you know, like I went from... Let's go back to the beginning here. Not that far in the beginning. At some point I'm down in the eval. Pretty hard. Yep. See me going down. I'm going down, going down, going down. Going down. Going down, going down. But I brought it back. Brought it back with positional chess, ladies and gentlemen. I think 2 of the examples in this video were from the article that I had mentioned, so I just want to emphasize again how good of a read that is, and also how good of practice that is to play through the positions that are listed there and understanding positional chess and the prowess there and everything. So we play positionally by understanding the position, right? We have to understand what is going on. And that's going to come with time and experience. The more games you get behind you, the pattern recognition aspect. I got a video on that here. And it all plays into it. It all plays into it. We'll be making good moves and we'll find them faster with more time and more understanding and comfortability in a certain position, something that we've seen multiple times. But if we can analyze and calculate, that's the next step. That's where we're getting to, right? We can then be able to predict a lot easier. If we understand the position, we know what the good moves are from white and black, because that's how we also got to be good at chess, right? We got to see both of the moves. The opponent gets a move too. Your opponent gets a move, right? And that's chess. Anyways, happy chess.